Hi folks, welcome to Reaper ToolBox Live. Roll the clip. Bamp. All right, nailed it. That's a wrap. We can all go home. Bye guys. No.
See ya.
Hello. I'm Mocha from Mocha Miniatures. I'm a commissioned painter, a Twitch streamer, and I've been known to cause some trouble at ReaperCon. Also teach some classes, but I've had the distinct pleasure and honor of kidnapping Anne Forrester and locking her in the pizza dungeon where she will be released at a later time. But yeah, other than that, we're gonna have fun today. Justin and I are hanging out. We're gonna talk to chat and maybe paint something. So welcome.
Oh, I like seeing the Mocha
Hey.
emotes in the channel already.
How's it going? Cajun Nomad Z, Cranky Old Nerd, Swillow, how are you guys doing?
Hey Jacob, how you doing? Jacob's in here.
Yeah, I was Jacob Jansen to some, Jakob Jansen to us. How's it going, Jacob? But yeah, thank you, Lebralski, for their continued sub. Again, I'm crashing the Reaper Toolbox Live. Many thanks to the folks at Reaper Miniatures here to let me come in and have some fun. Thank you for joining us, and we have a special surprise for you. We will be painting with our new camera setup. I think we've only used this once before, Ed's Terrain Tuesday. But we're going to be painting the Christmas 2007 Sophie. And we're going to be, I've never worked with these paints before, so we're going to kind of wing it. Get it? Because she's a succubus? Sorry. Bad jokes. Let's see. Should we show off? I'm so nervous. Why am I so nervous? All right.
Want to show it on this camera or do you want to show it on the big camera?
Which is the best way? I just see this great
We could try it this way.
Ed on a tractor.
Oh.
So I don't know if that's like a reference for me or what.
No, it's not. It actually closed on me.
Oh, nice.
Shocker, I know.
All right. I don't know.
OBS
Oh, there we go.
likes to be,
Hey,
pain.
there's my ugly mug. Perfect. All right. So this is the Reaper holiday paint set. We've got Christmas wreath, ginger cookie, golden glow hollyberry, peppermint white, sparkling snow, hearth fire, turkey brown, oh that's cute, frosty blue, and coal black. And we're going to be mixing it up with a couple of colors from the Reaper paint triads, the skin triad, the golden skin triad, and we're just going to get to painting. So yeah.
And that paint set will be available Monday, I believe. I think it's Monday, December
right
2nd. I believe. I think is what they talked about. Don't quote me on that, guys. But
We'll
that's
say
fine.
first week.
Yeah, we'll
first
see.
week of December.
It's pretty close.
Excellent. So what should we start with? I think. What do you think? Skin. Skin and face.
I know nothing about painting, so I'm gonna go with.
Oh, we're gonna
let's
make
go with
Justin.
eyes.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Start
we're gonna
with
make
eyes.
Justin call things now.
Perfect. This will be. You know what? Let's start with the wings.
Oh, okay. We could do that too. Sweet. Let's do. Well, here it's funny. I just opened the box and then didn't take any of the paints out. Let's do this the correct way. And yeah, turkey brown is Thanksgiving-ish. I like it.
You should make her wings brown like a turkey.
I think so.
But
I've seen.
Color theory is not my thing for painting. Once again, this is a big disclaimer. So don't let me actually dictate the color allocation because it won't look good.
Pay no mind to the color theory from the man behind the curtain. There we go. All right.
Also, people are asking where your beanie is.
I forgot it. I brought it with me, and right before I left for Reaper HQ, I had the slouchy beanie. I always wear a beanie on my stream because it's usually very cold in Wisconsin, but it just wasn't cold enough to wear a beanie in Texas. So they were like, oh, it's a cold front coming through. It's going to be 50 degrees. And I was like, that's so cute. But I used to think that was cold. Now I think -10 is cold. So, yeah.
That's crazy.
So people are asking if there's going to be a freebie today.
No giveaway today.
Okay, no giveaway today. Sorry, guys. You're stuck with me.
The knowledge is the giveaway.
Right. They're like, I'm out of here.
Pure gold.
So I'm going to put some brown liner and some turkey brown on my palette here. I think you guys can. We'll when we switch over to
Yes, I'll switch it for you.
Excellent. Thank you.
There we go.
So turkey brown, this is where I did not shake up the bottle too well, so I'm just going to take that off the palette there. And yeah, this is cool. This is a brand spanking new wet palette. So let's see. Turkey brown. Yeah, that'll work. So I want to mix probably a 50-50 of turkey brown and brown liner. In fact, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to add the brown liner in here because we'll definitely use the brown liner for some other places on this mini.
Also,
the real
since,
adventure was the friends we made along the way.
yeah, since I see a lot of people talking about it in in chat. Just to real quickly cover this, we are going to be changing the Mama-san emote. Not to make this somber, but yes, we all do miss her here.
Yeah.
So she was awesome.
Moment of silence for Miss Mama-san. I got to meet her a couple of times in person. She was a great shop cat. We will miss her dearly.
Yes, she was. Always screaming at people and everything. It was perfect.
Okay, so that's our 50-50 mix of turkey brown and brown liner. Now it's a little dark now, but we'll get up to a nice highlight in just a bit. But I'm going to put a pretty quick, fairly thick base coat on the wings. She's not a Sophie if she doesn't have wings. There we go. What are you painting? I missed it. Well, Twisted, we are painting the 2007 Christmas Sophie. And if you guys haven't heard, on Black Friday, Reaper is going to release almost all of the Sophies they've ever produced. And so those are going to be available on their website come Black Friday in just 48 hours. So we thought we'd paint a Sophie today, and since we're getting into the holiday season, we thought we'd start with the holiday paint set.
And the SKU for the Sophie, which actually is purchasable now. I don't think it's a part of the ones being released. So if you wanted to get it now, you could. Or you could wait till Friday. I mean, get all the Sophies. But the SKU on this one is 1422.
Perfect.
I'll put a little command in chat here in a minute.
Okay. Again, base coating. So exciting, I know. There we go. And yeah, she's a really nice scale. Here we are. And I'm actually going to need a little bit more paint here. So I'm going to let her stay there. If we get through the stream without me dropping the mini, I'm going to call that a huge success.
Is that a common thing in your stream?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think every time I do it, it's like the abuse of the minis continues. I've dropped many minis live on stream.
Mini minis.
Some of you guys might be horrified that I'm mixing my paints with the same brush that I'm painting. I do that. Shut your eyes. It'll be over soon.
So, someone did ask what brush you're using, because they did say it seems to cover very quickly.
Yeah, so this is Winsor Newton Series 7, size 1. So I'll use this for a lot of my base coats, and this brush has really been, oh gosh, I've had it for at least a year, and it still keeps a really nice point, but I do make sure to clean it with the some brush cleaner.
Just keep going. I'm adjusting the camera here.
Sure. Oh, and let me know if I'm holding it in a good way. There we go. Yeah, pretty good coverage, and that's nice because we can start with that and then wait for that to dry while we move on to putting some more paint down for her skin. Again, we're going to go until about 3 p.m. CST, so we're going to do as much on this mini as we can. Here we are. Now for the skin, I'm going to splice a triad. Long story short, the golden skin triad is a really popular triad. And today I'm going to be using the golden shadow and golden skin, which are the two darkest colors from that triad. But I'm going to mix it up and add in some oiled leather. She's going to be a little bit, I don't know, she's been tanning. Maybe she just came back from a tropical vacation. And boy, are her wings tired. Oh, no, sorry. Bad dad jokes. Oh. Yeah, I would absolutely, Coos, I think that's a great triad if you're just getting started with skin. Again, it comes with the golden shadow, the golden skin, and the golden skin highlight. But sometimes I like to mix it up and add different colors. There we go. And I teach a class at ReaperCon. One of the classes that I teach is painting multicultural, try that again, painting multicultural skin tones. So I like to play with the skin triads. The olive skin triad is one of my favorites. There's a dark skin triad, a rosy skin triad, and of course the golden skin that we're using a little bit today. And yes, yeah, Lebralski, adding a little bit of water to your paint is absolutely, in my opinion, will really help with coverage and making sure that your paint jobs are not too chunky. So you'll see on my wet palette, I've got a little bit of parchment paper here, and when I fill it up with water, I let some of the water beads just stick around, and as I put paint on my palette, I'll just take a little bit of that water, and boop, 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 mix it right in. There we go. So for our base coat, I'm actually going to do about a 50-50 mix of oiled leather and golden skin shadow. And I'm going to try it out. Let's see if we like it. Again, we can always change it up if we need to. So it's fairly thin. I'm going to do a couple of coats, but my first coat is going to be the thinnest and the darkest. I like to go from a dark color to a highlight. Whoop, as I punch, as I Mocha punch the camera.
It's okay. I did it yesterday too. A couple of times.
Oh, I don't know if anybody's watched my stream. They're probably used to that because we actually have an emote for punching the camera. It happens so often.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Speaking of which, I just put in a command now that says when you do !Mocha, it's a link to Mocha's Twitch channel.
Oh,
so
thanks, Justin.
if you guys would head on over there at some point, she's hosting us. So if you
Yeah.
head on over there and give her a follow, that'd be amazing. Hell, if you guys want to be really cool, you can sub to her. All those things.
Well, that's very kind. Thank you. Yeah, this is the new camera angle. It's really cool. So I get to, I mean, man, this is fancy stuff.
10 Hull, it's a super special, extra engineered, awesome Reaper kit. No, actually, it's just a document camera. It's nothing special.
And a document scanner?
It's a document scanner that I have essentially made to work with what we wanted to work with. We originally, the credit given, the original user of it was Wapple, actually, James Wapple, and his wife, who's also on Twitch, Kathy.
Yeah, Kathy. Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they use one of these. They might. But she is also on Twitch, and they were the ones. They had one at ReaperCon, and they were showing it to us, and it was really good. Like it pushes out quality color and quality contrast, quality everything. So for a document camera, it's shocking, actually.
Yeah. And yeah, Sigwolf, we'll have to find something to paint orange on here. And yeah, thanks, Valendar. Always appreciated. Okay. Hey, Mad Dog in the booth. My sister's here. Hey, guys. Shout out to my sister. We did a stream, oh gosh, almost a month ago, I think, where my sister visited in Wisconsin, and we painted the, what was it, the Dark Dwarf Pounder? The Reaper Bones Black Mini. And it was her first mini that she had painted, and I kind of talked her through it. And we painted that live on the stream, and we had a lot of fun. And she did really well. I was kind of shocked. I was like, uh-oh, we've created a monster. Oh, but we had fun. So I'm just going to frame her face. I'm just using straight up brown liner to block out her hair. And that's going to give us kind of a nice, cleaner reference for her skin, kind of where her hair ends, where her skin begins. This helps me visually block out. There we go. What shapes we're working with, okay? So her skin is not quite dry, and since I used a little bit of a thicker paint for the base coat on her wings, that's not quite dry either. So we're going to keep going with our brown liner and just blocking out the colors of her hair here. And I'm going to try to use the majority of the colors from this holiday paint set. Again, I haven't used any before, so this will be kind of a fun experiment. There we are. My base coating brush. I'm not kind to my brushes. I fully admit that. Okay. Now you'll see here, because the skin wasn't entirely dry, it is bleeding into the skin just a little bit, but again, they're just base coats, and we'll be cleaning that up momentarily. Here we are. Yeah, and no worries, M5. This is the Christmas Sophie from 2007, and she's a really, really beautiful mini. Again, she is available on the Reaper website, but as you guys know, on Black Friday, they're releasing almost all of the Sophie minis that they've ever produced. So keep an eye out for that. There we go. All right, the skin is mostly set, so I'm going to go back. I'm going to grab some of the straight up golden skin shadow.
There we go. So, exclamation point Mocha brings up Mocha's channel, if you guys haven't checked that out. Exclamation point Sophie brings up the Sophie she's painting, as well as some information on, and the SKU number of the holiday paint set, which will not be available till next week. So, although, I think if you got the ornament set, which I think those are already being shipped currently, they have holly, I think hollyberry and something else. I actually set them up there.
Christmas wreath?
I believe so.
Okay.
It's I put the two. They're amongst your colors there.
Oh yeah, perfect.
So if you decide you want to use them, you can.
Okay.
Oh, someone's commenting on your grip.
Oh
so
yes.
You were talking about it before stream, so.
Yeah, I have a very strange way of holding my writing utensils. This is how I paint. I know it looks very strange, but most people paint and write like this. But for whatever reason, when I was a little kid and my parents got me one of those little, what were they, Fisher-Price blue easels, and put some paper on there, gave me a paintbrush. And when you're a little kid, you just kind of make it work. And I hadn't really, I was a baby. And so I just kind of learned how to write or how to paint vertically. So if you have an easel, you know that it's going to be, facing you. So that's how I developed it. It's a little strange. Teachers over the years were horrified, as are many people on Twitch, but it works. It works. All right, so I'm going to try to lean over this mini so I can make sure I'm seeing what you guys are seeing. There we go. Oop. And then I'm going to bring in just a little bit more of that oiled leather. And here in just a second, I'm going to switch to my size 0 brush, and we're going to start doing some more blending. Okay.
So what kind of awesome, because you said you were grocery shopping yesterday, what kind
Yes.
of awesome food stuff does your family have planned for tomorrow?
Sure. Well, we've got, we got a smoked turkey.
Oh, boy.
And yeah, we're not going to kind of roast our own turkey, which is kind of cool. We have some, family coming in. And let's see, we got a ham, all the classics, stuffing, cranberry sauce with whole cranberries. I know that's a very important thing.
What time should I be there?
Well, we would say like, oh yeah, we're gonna eat early. We'll eat around 1 o'clock, and then all of a sudden it's around 3. So if you want to show up and not have to do much, show up right at like 2:45.
The whole stream is invited too, right?
Oh, of course, of course.
Okay, good.
The address is no, I'm kidding. My mom would be horrified.
She'd
like, who are all these random people?
Yeah, there's hundreds of people.
Right. Oh, is that thing that you do online? That's all right. So I'm going to switch to my size 0 brush, and I'm going to block out the eyes. I've got a little bit more brown liner on my palette here. I'm going to pick that up, and I like to use brown liner. And right now she has fairly dark features, but right now I'm going to use the brown liner to block in her entire eye socket. Yeah, okay. Yep, and a woman from Australia. Okay, fair enough. Well, there's at least 3 people in the world that have a weird grip that write in an interesting way. Again, I think most people write how they paint. Or I guess paint how they write. I got it backwards.
Buglep says, I've smoked a lot of things, but I've never smoked a turkey.
Fair enough. Yeah, whole cranberries do rule.
Oh, they do. I agree. Although I do really like it's not preserves. It's the super cheap congealed solid block
the
of cranberry
solid mass where you
sauce.
take it out,
Yeah.
and it has like the lines from the metal can.
Yeah.
And it just goes right on the.
I love it. I love
I can
it.
eat a bunch of that.
Me too. I'm not gonna lie to you. When I was in my first apartment, I may or may not have around Thanksgiving time because I was also in college.
Right.
I've gone and just bought a can and ate it straight out of the can. I definitely did that.
May or may not have happened. That's awesome. You can do that in college, you know. It's like pizza and whole cans of cranberry jelly.
There you go, scouting.
Yeah.
I agree. Team can.
Yeah, they
call it
are.
Team Can.
For
There we go.
cranberry sauce, who is on Team Can? Hashtag Team Can. I don't know. They're making that a thing. And yeah, Brenor, I kind of have a built-in rest on my pinky, so it helps me out. And where if I would paint like this, I would have a limited range. But if I paint like this, I have a lot more range because it's more based on my wrist rather than, my first two fingers.
That's what I've been doing wrong. That's why all of my stuff looks like crap. I have to
You
adopt
just
this new grip.
find this really strange way of painting, and then everything will magically work the way you want it to.
Perfect.
So yeah, Sophie is absolutely coming back from like a trip where she's gotten a tan. Let's see. So I'm doing a 50-50 mix now of the golden shadow and the golden skin. I'm gonna wipe that off on my palette.
Thanks, Scott. I really like these skin tones.
Yeah, thanks.
These are really good.
I didn't make the paint. I just put it on a brush and move it around till I like it.
Hey, if that's all it took, my skin tones would look a lot better.
Now she looks kind of scary with no eyebrows and dark demon eyes. So let's go ahead and find, so this is from the holiday set, Peppermint White. So let's carefully put the mini down. Excellent.
Does it taste like peppermint?
I don't know. Let's try it.
You first.
I'm not a brush licker, but yeah. Nope, does not taste like peppermint. Let's see. I'm kidding.
No, she didn't actually put it in her mouth.
Yeah.
To
Don't eat
clarify.
the paint.
Yeah, please do not eat the paint.
Okay. Team Chutney. Ooh, there you go, Sig Wolf.
I do like chutney as well. Man, I'm really excited for tomorrow.
Yeah. Almost Turkey Day.
Although I'm a pretty big, I say pretty big, I'm a football fan. So I'm looking forward to watching some football. And by that, I mean really just the Cowboys.
Yeah, they're very good.
I'm a Cowboys fan.
I think I watched the game where they were against the Patriots.
Oh,
And
thank
they
you
had
for
that-
bringing, it's too soon, Mocha.
I'm sorry,
It's
I'm
too
sorry.
soon.
That call at the end was garbage.
Hey, you know what? The refs came out the next day and said so too.
Good.
They did. Did you? I guess you didn't hear about that.
No, I didn't.
They don't often do that. They came out and publicly said, "Yeah, we messed those up,
Right,
both
well,
of them."
shame on them.
Not that helps anybody.
Right, it doesn't reverse anything, but yeah, I guess it's a nice consolation.
Hey, you watch it, Polith. All right, just
Paul, shots fired.
shots fired. Yeah, straight to the bow. Thanks.
Oh.
I mean, I know that. I just, I'd like to believe that they're not, anyway.
Yeah, that they're going to do better. Oh, they will one day.
Thank you.
All right, can I hold her steady enough to be able to paint that in her eye? Mostly. Tabletop tales, yeah. No offense to the Patriots, just,
Oh, no, all offense to the Patriots. I can't stand the Patriots. And Patriots fans, I'm kidding.
Oh.
But only a little bit.
There you go. All right. I just can't get, okay, hold on. We need some more peppermint white. Whoa, man, my hand is super shaky. I'm not nervous, you're nervous. There we go.
You know who's actually a bigger Cowboys fan than me, possibly?
Yeah?
Ron.
Oh.
Ron is a huge Cowboys fan.
I believe that.
In fact, Collins, who doesn't care at all about football, has a group text with Ron and myself. And every week what he does is he goes and finds a GIF of whatever team we're playing that week, whatever mascot it represents. He sends it to us and then sends us something like, "Go Eagles." or you name it. Like,
that's
he
mean.
literally doesn't care. He just wants to do it to get a rise out of Ron.
Oh, that's funny. And yeah, MJM, it's taken a while. Again, brush control is something that I worked on for a long time. I've been painting on and off since 2010 when I got into D&D, and we started with 4th edition, and Reaper actually was the first miniature company that I learned about. So I know a lot of folks get into painting with Warhammer and GW, but when I found out that I could find a character that looked sort of like the character that I had on the table, I was super excited. All right, there's one pupil. Kablam! And 2 pupils. Oh, that's okay. She now has a huge mole on her cheek, but that's okay. We'll clean that up.
No, I like the mole. It's fine.
Oh. You guys remember Young Frankenstein? And
love
it
that
was
movie.
Frau Blucher.
And then the horse, yeah. And I was told later that means like glue in German or something.
Oh,
I don't know if that's
okay.
real or not. I don't speak
that's
German.
Funny. That would be hilarious.
It's or glue factory or glue or something, and that's why they were doing it. I don't know if that's true or not.
Okay.
I heard that.
I like that story though. Let's just believe that's true.
Yeah, it makes it have a little more depth and
Yeah.
funnier.
All right, so I just painted on some eyebrows, so she should look a little bit less. I mean, she's a little bit more surprised, but a little less terrifying.
I actually really do like that unintentional mole, though.
Yeah, it's kind of. Well, we'll have to say goodbye. About to clean that up here with that 50-50 mix of our. Here we go. Whoop. Da-da-da-da-da.
And it's gone. That is how you cover that up, guys.
All right.
Just like that.
Bam. And then I want to put some lip color on her in just a second, but I'd also like to highlight her collarbones. You can tell that her face is much lighter than the rest of her kind of chest and décolletage. I'm fancy, I know French words. There we go, but it's too bright. We need to go ahead and go back to our 50-50 mix.
I took, I think, 4 years of French, and I didn't
you
know
really?
that. Yeah, I did, yeah. They were in high school, though, so I don't really count them because I learned, and then I could survive to some degree.
Okay.
But only on the handful of foods that I learned. So I'd be eating the same stuff over and over.
Fair enough. Oh, yeah. So what was your first D&D character? So Theox was a human monk. Reaper is my crack, was an assassin. And yeah, Unintentional Mole is the name of my all-furry ska band.
What was your first D&D character, Mocha?
Aurora Larkspur. She was a sorceress, but she was a, what's that, wild, what was it, the wild elements? Oh my gosh.
Druid?
Shame on me. No. She was a sorcerer character.
Oh, I got you.
But I think it was wild magic is what, because you could have a couple of different ones.
What edition?
Fourth.
Fourth. You started in 4th. Okay.
I think a half edition too late because I hear over and over again that 3.5 was the edition to watch.
Because you said you started
Or to play, sorry.
After college? Mm-hmm. After college, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, in fact, I got into it. My boyfriend at the time, now husband, I married my DM.
Hey guys, that is how you get those specialty roles.
Yeah.
Life hack.
Yeah, we had a really good time. We had a crew that we played, I don't know how many years, but we all moved away and kind of went to different cities, but we tried to play online, and that was difficult, but let's see. Speaking of difficult, I'm about to try and wet blend her chestal region right here. We're going to try to keep it as classy as possible.
Bosom.
Yes, bosom. There we go. That's the right word. All right. And I want the highlight to be towards her dress. Here we are.
Although this is going to sound a little weird. I can't hear that word without thinking of my grandmother because that's the...
Okay, stop right there. I have questions.
That's anytime the chest region was ever mentioned, she always used the word bosom.
Oh, okay.
Whether it's male, female, I mean, it doesn't apply gender-wise, but she just always said bosom.
Interesting.
And it was probably one of the first words I learned as a young child was bosom.
Right. So my first 3 words, mom, dad, and bosom.
Yeah, it was,
Thanks, Grandma.
you know.
It's a cool word, though. It's kind of a historically, when you think of that, you think of, you know, all those fancy dresses and the corsets and...
It definitely sounds classy.
Mm-hmm. All right. And thanks, No Sith. Ah, okay. Wow, Omega. Let's see. So I missed a couple of Halfling Thief. Polith was a Ranger. Miva and Tiefling Witch. Ooh. Rogue. And yeah, Happy Little Mole. Yeah, 3.5 again. Some people still, they're like, 5e? Nah, I'm going to stick with 3.5, thank you very much. But I think that if you're getting into D&D and you have some friends that are, you know, new to it, new to role-playing in general, or, you know, D&D, I think 5e is a really great, accessible place to jump in. You don't need a bunch of books. I know 4th edition. Oh, we had so many books. We actually we would worry whenever our friend we had a rules guy, and he was so familiar with the rules, and he wasn't a jerk about it, of course, but when he wasn't there, we would get really nervous. Like, but he has all the books. What if we need to look up something? Yeah.
Numbat is right. Pathfinder 2nd edition is, it is easy to just kind of start, but it is insanely deep. And it's actually even complicated with that kind of simplicity. We've been playing 2nd edition to this. Actually, we were supposed to play last night. We did not. But
just holidays and stuff.
Yeah, between that and some people are sick and yeah, but yes, mainly holidays.
Plus, we chained Justin to the desk so we could do an impromptu Reaper Toolbox Live. Surprise!
Yeah, Mocha messaged us. She was like, "Hey, I'm going to be in town. Do you guys?" And it was almost perfect timing because we weren't going to have a show today. And then Mocha came to the rescue like Superman, just swooped in.
Flew right in.
Yeah, she did.
Push some paints around. So she really is that oiled leather. Brings that skin tone, that golden skin triad, down to that kind of richer color. And it does tend to be a little bit more orangey, but what I like to do is, here's the golden shadow. If I think that, for example, you know, her face is too light as opposed to her bosom, then we can go in and lighten up her chest or darken her face and have a little bit of more, you know, shadows in the, let's see, kind of the sides of her cheekbones. She has nice cheekbones. Here we are. All right, so we've got some good contrast there. So I'm going to go back with our oiled leather. Thanks, Cajun. Yeah, exclamation point Sophie. Yeah, this is the Christmas 2007 Sophie. Here we are. So I'm gonna put some darker glazes so her face matches her, you know, chest a little bit better. There we are. Again, I'm biased. The multicultural skin tones, I don't know. Whenever I get a little bit, you know, pale during the winter, I start painting darker minis. Like, I just miss that vitamin D.
In hopes for, yeah.
Right. Oh, and speaking of, not only does the Christmas 2007 Sophie have this beautiful gal, she also comes with these 2 little, should we call them minions?
We could call it that.
Friends?
That looks kind of like a Mr. Bones, yeah.
Yeah. And then this little, I can't tell if it's cute or if it's scary. It's like a little angel
it's
gremlin
kind of creepy.
thing.
Yeah, it's kind of creepy.
like if Cupid was a little gremlin, then that's what he looks like. And yes, Josh and Min, we used just Chaos Black from the rattle can, and then used a spritz of Gray Tamiya primer. And we just did that in the TARDIS, which I was worried it was really strong. So when I got out of there, I was like, whoo, All right, I need some fresh air before we do this show, or else I'm going to be loopy. But we primed all of those. All right. Let's put some paint on her lovely face here. So here we've got Christmas wreath and hollyberry. I'm going to take hollyberry and put a little bit of lip color. However, I'm going to, 1, shake up the bottle, and 2, add some flesh color to it. Uh-oh.
Oh, is it stopped up? Or do we
have a pokey tool?
Yeah, let me grab one.
Stop the stream. We need a, no, I'm kidding. I actually have a second hollyberry on here. This one might work. Yeah, okay, this hollyberry is go. Okay, guys, we can continue with the stream. Yeah, Coobs, it might be a cherub. But I don't know, the cherub looks a little more mischievous than than we're used to. Okay, so let's do a little bit of, I'm not used to people seeing my palette up close. I'm sure most people are horrified. They're like, you paint like this? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Okay. So add just a little bit of color. Again, mixed it with some of the flesh tone so it's not too stark. And we can always add more color as we need. I'm also not happy with how bright her chin is. Hold on, let me blend that a little bit better. There we go. All right. Happy Sophie. What else? What color should her gown be?
Ooh, frosty blue.
Frosty blue?
Like Frozen.
Yeah. Frosty blue. Let's do that. And we have some blue liner on our palette. Or, sorry, on our desk. Not on our palette just yet. But we'll get there. I'm going to do a little bit more hollyberry.
Thanks for stopping by there, Asmodeus.
Yeah. Well, thanks, Asmo. Yes. And safe travels to you as well. Yeah, Valendar says forest green. Yeah, we should try using some of the colors everywhere. Let's see. I'm going to do one more cleanup on her neck here and her shoulders.
And as a reminder, too, this will be on YouTube. So if you guys want to, at some point when it comes out, you want to pick up the holiday paint set and this Sophie, you can go back over and, you know, kind of replicate what she did if you'd like to.
You can do that. Okay. Let's do frosty blue, and I'm also going to add some blue liner.
Oh, do you mix them?
Oh yeah, I use so much liner.
I just kind of block paint.
Yeah?
Yeah, I just put the paint down and put it on the mini.
And that's fine.
I don't even add water.
Oh, how's that
Yeah.
going for you?
It's not.
Okay.
No, I'm not willing to show any of my stuff on stream.
That's one day,
That's for certain.
Justin. But yeah, I would absolutely, again, so I'll do a 50-50 mix, and then I'll leave, well, there was some water on my brush, but I can always pull in these little droplets of water. Burp, 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 burp. And I can even get super messy and just, whoa. There we go.
Coffee, ask if you're going to be at ReaperCon 2020. I assume
Yes,
you are, right?
absolutely. Yeah, I will be teaching classes. We haven't decided on which classes those will be just yet. But in the past, I've taught a blending class, a speed painting class, although you wouldn't tell with how slowly I'm painting up this gal. Let's see, painting eyes and painting skin tones, or painting multicultural skin tones, because that's kind of fun to play with the triads and, you know, have some minis that, I don't know, might be from different backgrounds, have tanned. I mean, this Sophie has come back from Jamaica or something. What's another popular? Puerto Vallarta. There you go.
Bahamas.
There you
Nassau,
go. Oh, there's so many places you could go.
Cancun.
Yep. Or just outside on a Texas summer.
Yeah,
Although
that's true.
we'll just paint her sunburned.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. Like a lobster.
Oh, there you go, lobster Sophie. And good coos. Yes. Oh, thanks. So, Orana, were you in my eyes class? But yeah, hopefully. If anybody was in my class, raise your hand. Hopefully you're using some of the things that we went over and finding that you maybe even learned something, or at the very least had fun. Oh gosh, I hope Well, we'll see. We did karaoke for the first time this last year. In fact, Justin and Reaper Collins helped us set it up and kind of get it going. But myself and the lovely Derek Schubert, we I don't know, they were crazy enough to let us do host a little karaoke night. It went really late. We were there until I think Justin was able to run away because it had been a really long day for you guys doing the awards ceremony.
Yeah, Collins was actually already gone.
Yeah?
He was.
Oh,
he
that's
was,
right.
He left
it was
at like
just
6.
Justin. There
it
you
was
go.
Just me.
Collins bailed. He was like, see ya. No.
But actually, big shout out to the help with that too, to your dad. Your dad he was a big help.
Yeah, my dad does some music stuff, and he works a lot with sound systems and EQ and all that good stuff. So yeah.
He helped balance the giant soundboard that Matt had that he left for us just completely flat and wrong and everything.
Well, again, it was kind of a fun thing. By no means were you guys obligated to stick around and help. So we were just so, myself and Derek Schubert were just so grateful that you guys were going to help make that happen. And I think people had fun. Yeah, there's Sidney and D. Clearman. I was in the class next door. Oh, I am so sorry. Well, hopefully we weren't too disruptive. All right, so here is a little bit of that frosted blue. What is it? Nope, sorry, hold on. Yeah, frosty blue mixed with a little bit of blue liner. And that's going to be straight up frosty blue at the top and then a 50-50 mix kind of lower down here. So I'm playing around with how that looks. I'm pretty happy with it. Let's go ahead and paint a little bit more on her bodice. Now I'm going to change to my size 1 brush. Yeah, Mocha Dad. Oh yeah, my parents came to the award ceremony. It was really cute. Okay. Any questions so far? I know we've just kind of been painting and doing our thing. Hopefully this is entertaining and fun for you guys.
It's been great for me.
Well, thanks, Justin. He has to say that because I can like throw paint at him if he's.
Oh God, don't do that.
This is terrible. Just start.
Just choose frosty blue if you're
There
going
you go.
to.
Yeah, match your shirt.
Yeah, match my shirt.
Come home covered in paint. What happened to you? All right, so let's go ahead and I'm gonna play a little bit with that half and half. I'd like to blend to a darker color. So let's go all the way to almost a 75% blue liner, 25% frosty blue, just at the bottom of her gown here. And then I'm just gonna wet blend all the way up. I know I posted on Twitter, like, what would you guys like to see me paint? And we had a couple of different suggestions, but one that I heard over and over was, oh, let's see some wet blending. Okay, so let's do that. It might not be the exact way that you might have seen some other people do wet blending, but I'm happy to show you what I do, and if that works for you, awesome. I've been very, very lucky over the last several years at ReaperCon and some other conventions to take some classes from some really talented instructors, and they shared their knowledge, and I have grown so much over the years, so I can credit that to them. Got to put in the time. I've practiced a lot. Sometimes it turns out better, sometimes not so much. Oh, Theox, somebody asked why you mix your paints with liner. I love the liners. I know the liners are formulated to be a little bit thinner, to just really flow off the brush well. And I don't know, I find that not only you can use them for literally lining, but also mix them with other paints. And they retain their nice boop, 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 thin, I guess you could call it, what, viscosity? I don't know how to describe. Well, we have, we excuse me as I'm choking on my own words. We might have to let Anne out of the basement to ask her if she can confirm. I want to take a sip of water now, but I don't want to lose my mini. Anything I'm missing in chat, Justin? Are we still doing okay?
Let's see here. Somebody asked why you mix your paints with liner. Did you see that already? Okay. Let's see. No, there's no free today, Jojen. And then someone asked, Polith, asked what the new camera we were using was. It is the Hovercam 8 or something like that. Hovercam 8. I'm not really sure. I don't remember the name.
Ultra 8 Hovercam.
Yeah. Ultra 8 Hovercam. Perfect. There it is. That's what we're using.
All right. So I'm going to use our 50-50 mix. I'm just going to put this in here. And I want to make sure we have time to get to the really cool belt of holly berries and holly leaves. Now, we probably won't have time to paint all of her. But for a fun impromptu day, painting a Sophie, can't get much better than that. Again, I push the paint around. There's nothing elegant about this. I push the paint around until I like it. There we go. And I'm using that larger brush, so I'm getting better, more efficient coverage. Okay, now let's work a little bit on this side of the gown. However, I'm going to put a little bit more paint on my palette. A little bit more blue liner, a little bit more frosty blue. And yeah, they are an investment, Polith. But worth it.
So I'm curious, because I've seen more and more stuff like this lately, and it feels to me like it's happening. Did you guys happen to put up your Christmas tree already?
Ooh, not yet.
Not yet?
I thought about it. We do have stockings
Okay.
and, gosh, what else? Some kind of Christmas knickknacks.
Because I'm noticing, for instance, my neighbors across the street in their house, they already put up, I mean, a crazy number of Christmas decorations.
Really?
Like we're talking giant inflatable snowman.
Yeah.
A Hello Kitty.
Yes.
With a Christmas hat on.
We had a Halloween Hello Kitty. Oh, I love it.
and they did this a week ago.
That's impressive.
Midway through, well, maybe a little more than midway through November. I feel like every year we're just going to start putting up Christmas decorations in October.
Well, and nowadays, if you go to a craft store, as soon as Halloween is over, bam, Christmas everywhere. I mean, they don't hold back. It's a lot of people like to have their stuff up a little bit after Christmas, or sorry, yeah, that would be crazy, after Thanksgiving. And if you're traveling, I imagine that maybe you'd want to have it up by the time you're back.
That makes sense. But to Jojen's point, no trees till Friday. That's kind of what. So my mom's birthday is December 10th. We always timed it like to have a tree on her birthday. Like usually for her birthday, we'd go get a tree, pick it out, set it up, all that stuff. So that's what I'm used to, is like into December even. So someone asked earlier, you may have seen this already, Jess. They asked how long you had been painting, and it says your eye technique is similar to one they learned at Gen Con in 1999.
Oh, cool.
So
well,
were you teaching at Gen Con in 1999?
I was not. However, people have been painting eyes long before Gen Con 1999. But I actually learned this technique from Derek Schubert. And he had I've always admired the way that he paints eyes. And he sculpts, not only does he paint, and his sculpts actually have really nicely shaped eyes that are fun to paint. And I'm sure that's no happy accident. But yeah, I think there's a couple of ways to paint eyes, but I like to, block it out in black so there's a nice bold liner, and then put some white on the inside for the sclera. And then here we've just done a simple boop, boop, pupil looking forward. Yes, it was Meven. And yeah, Valandar, I think when I started working on painting more expressive eyes, I tried to find miniatures that had a little bit larger eye sculpts. And once I was able to be a little bit more confident in painting those, that's when I started to scale down and I was comfortable painting minis with smaller eye sockets. I do, freelance DM. So yeah, I think, what is it? Perfect, there it is, Valandar. Thanks.
Beat me to it.
Justin was nice enough to set up a little command. Yeah, I'm a commissioned painter, a Twitch streamer. And again, I didn't get into...
Reaper Toolbox Savior. So there's all kinds of titles.
There we go. Crashing Reaper Toolbox Live. Why the heck not? Okay.
I like the blending you did on the bottom of the dress there. That looks
Thanks.
really good.
Yeah, it's still drying, but we went from kind of the darker liner and then all the way up to that frosty blue.
Makes it almost kind of look silky, at least to me.
Yeah, and there are ways that you can do more of a silky fabric. Now, if you want it to be really silky, you're going to need to, one, be comfortable in your blending skills, and two, have a lot of contrast. The more contrast, the silkier it's going to look. It also helps if you have a defined light source. That's something that I'm still working on. But let's say that, for example, I'm putting a little bit more frosty blue on here. The difference between the frosty blue at the top and how dark it is at the bottom can help make it look silky. And if we go even darker at the bottom in these nice folds, we might not have time to do that all the way the way that we want to do it, to have the most contrast. But as things are drying, the darker those folds are and the lighter the highlights, you can get some really nice effects, I would say. So let's see, let's go a little bit higher here with the highlights now that this is dry. And then I'm going to mix it with a little bit more of our mid-tone. And again, we're only using 2 colors here. If you wanted to use more, you could absolutely do so. Okay. Pulling in a little droplet of water from our wet palette here. There we go. Again, this is my size 1 brush. If I really wanted to work on the micro blends, I could use my size 0 and do that. But here, let's see if we can highlight some of these places on her gown. There we go. Leaving the shadow on the bottom that we painted in blue liner. There, just to give it some texture.
Yeah, actually, scouting, not only was this just primer an hour ago, this was just metal with no glued wings or anything an hour and 5 minutes ago. So it's impressive what, you know.
We showed up. How about this mini? Yeah, that looks good. Let's do that.
Yeah. You hand Mocha a mini and some glue, and she just does crazy things.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because the wings come separately on the miniature, and you just have to pop them into place with a little bit of glue and hold them there until it sets. She's actually a little heavier than your average miniature because of those beautiful metal wings that you see. Now, we don't have any highlights on there, but hopefully by the end of the stream we'll do that.
She's also kind of big too, right? Like she's...
Yeah, she's more of kind of a 54 millimeter scale than 28 millimeter.
If I had a Sir Forescale.
Where is Sir Forescale? Yeah,
that's a good question. He disappeared. Someone ran off with her.
Oh no! What are any of these guys over here?
Let me see.
Okay. In the meantime, I'm going to put some Christmas wreath on my palette, and we're going to do this little belt that she has right here.
These are in the proper scale, but they're not Sir Forescale.
Okay. That's close enough. And yeah, they can be tough to ship if they're assembled. But if you're ordering just unassembled, unpainted minis, then they come in a nice blister pack. So here's a 28 millimeter miniature. Oh, is this Pirate Sophie?
It is. That's one
Yeah. She's so cute.
I believe that's one of the ones coming out Friday.
There you go. So yeah, Black Friday, almost all the Sophies Reaper has ever produced on sale on their website, including this one, 2007 Christmas Sophie. All right, let's see what Christmas wreath looks like. I'm just gonna put a big ol', oh yeah, that's nice. Okay, so my approach is going to, again, I love the liners. I'm actually going to block out this entire section in a mix of a little bit of brown, a little bit of blue liner. That way we're going to have some more definition when we paint those leaves. It's going to look a little dark, but once we get, there we go, the leaves and the holly berries painted, we'll have a little bit more contrast. And you can see how the, and this is my size 1 big old brush, and you can see how the liner just falls into place in between those itty bitty sculpted leaves and berries. This is going to provide a little bit more definition. There we are. We're going to let that dry, and then I'll switch to my size 0 brush, and we'll go in with that Christmas wreath and paint all of the little leaves. However, we're not going to paint the round berries. We're going to try to do that with hollyberry, which is very appropriately named. There you go. Yeah, coffee, nerdier, nerdier beer. I would absolutely invest in some liners if you haven't already. Hey, I'm Marky. How's it going? Again, if I'm butchering your names, I apologize. I've been known to butcher many a name.
Oh, it's okay. I do it weekly.
Do you?
I do.
What's your favorite one that you've butchered so far?
Oh, geez. I basically butcher them all. But there was one recently that I read out loud that I realized halfway through the name that it was explicit, to say the least.
Oh, no.
So I started off saying the first half of the name and finished it with, yeah, that's it.
And you're like, nope.
Yep, that's the one.
It's like you're accidentally sounding it out as you go along. You're like, oh,
yeah, it's like,
abort.
whoa.
Okay, so I've done just a little bit of a...
I never said your name like that, Jacob. Come on now.
Jakob Janssen. Yes, I do. Bag lips. It's close to bug lips. Close enough. Ah, I'm K Marky. There we go. Now I'm wondering, this could be interesting. So while I'm waiting for that to dry, I'm also looking at this, what would I call it, filigree? There's a border on the top of her gown here, and then it comes down here, and it could be something that is embroidery, but maybe we can paint it as some pseudo non-metallic metal gold. Let's see if we can pull that off. I'm just playing with the paints they gave me, so. This one's Golden Glow. So let's find, where's our turkey brown? Turkey brown. That's a chicken. What is turkey? Gobble gobble. There we go. There we are. I'm going to mix those two together, see what we get. You could work with that.
It's a nice golden.
Mm-hmm. So let me use a mix of those two colors. Whoa, careful. On this section here. Again, the reason I mixed a little bit of the turkey brown is because I want it to be a little darker than the Golden Glow. That way we can use Golden Glow as a highlight. Whoop. Ruined. Hold on. Some people have a special brush they use just for fixing mistakes. I am terrible and I use the same brush that I paint with. It saves me a fraction of a second, and that means that I might be able to salvage it a little bit quicker. Let's start on this side. Now again, we won't have time to paint all of her, but we'll have a good amount of time to paint with most of the colors that we have here today, if not all. Now you know how I had a little bit of color that got smushed, just went where I didn't want it to go. So I'm going to take some of that frosty blue and clean it up now. Ooh, there we go. Yeah, what does the turkey say? Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, Sophie does have, she has a companion little Mr. Bones, kind of a reaper. It's got that nice scythe, and then this little cherub gremlin holding a candle. Half cherub, half gremlin. We put a little bit of primer on them, but it was a little bit dark in the booth, and as you can see, whoop, I missed a majority of the front of the mini there. That's okay. Just wanted to be able to show them to you guys since we're not painting them today. All right. I'm going to go in with the glaze of that turkey brown. And then I'm going to go with straight, no, take candle, put the candle back. We made 2 Young Frankenstein references.
I was about to make that joke too.
Yeah.
That's great. I'm going to have to go watch that now. In fact, I don't think my fiance has ever seen it.
Oh, you have to have her watch that.
She's also, and I don't like to admit this in public, never seen the original Star Warses.
Ooh, that's okay. That's okay. There's still time.
There is still time, and I've told her that we got to catch her up.
Yeah. It's never too late.
But she is loving The Mandalorian, mainly because of Baby Yoda, but...
Oh, how is it so far? I have not been able to catch that.
It is fantastic.
I have heard... somebody at the airport was talking about that. Have you watched The Mandalorian? And I wanted to stick around, but I needed to make my flight. Hello, stranger. Please tell me more.
Yeah, there are 3 episodes, and I strongly suggest that if you guys like Star Wars at all, even if you don't, you could still watch it. It's not... I don't think you have to have backstory necessarily to enjoy it.
Okay.
You can enjoy it as just good old-fashioned sci-fi if you'd like.
Yeah. Now, where it's on... Isn't it on some strange streaming platform?
It's on Disney Plus.
Okay, gotcha.
Thankfully, it comes with... let's see. I think it comes with National Geographic. Like, yeah, it comes with a bunch of stuff, and they have priced it at like $7 a month instead of.
Oh, that's not too bad. Yeah, I think Netflix now is at cheapest $8.99.
Is it okay? Yeah. I thought it was back up to 15 or something. I don't
maybe.
know.
Well, I've had Netflix since they sent you physical DVDs in the mail, so I might have been kind of grandfathered in on that price point.
I agree, Polith. You're right. It's very much spaghetti western, and it is Firefly even.
Oh,
and I love Firefly.
Lethan, we're okay. Hashtag Firefly. It's not going to do anything except for make us happy when we see it in chat.
Yeah.
But yeah, in fact, it was yesterday. We were on our way to go Thanksgiving ingredients shopping, which is a terrible thing right before Thanksgiving because it's just a madhouse. But as we were pulling into the parking lot, somebody had a Firefly bumper sticker, and I got so excited. And I was like, oh my gosh, Firefly! And my mom was like, what is this Firefly? I was like, it was an amazing show, and we're still mad that they canceled it.
Yeah, it's probably the only show in history for me that I think I've ever watched. And just every now and then I lament over the fact that I'm never going to see. Because, I mean, people say, oh, well, go watch Serenity. I don't like the way Serenity went.
Yeah.
And it was very obviously meant to go, well, we got to tie it up because people wanted it. It was like, no, we wanted a show.
You didn't have to do that.
Correct.
We won't spoil it.
Multiple seasons. Correct. We wanted multiple seasons of awesomeness.
Yeah.
Pure gold. Joss Whedon gold.
Mm-hmm.
So.
But fans were disappointed. Although, what is that? Every April 1st on April Fool's Day, somebody gets me for just a second. Like, hey, did you hear they're bringing back Firefly?
Yes,
and I'm like, oh, that's just cruel.
Every now and then I Google it just to make sure.
Yep.
But
alas, not this year. All right, so I'm going to mix a little bit of that peppermint white with our Christmas wreath. And let's see if we can pick out some of these leaves, holly leaves.
Spoiler alert, they're scouting.
Oh no! Don't.
For Firefly.
Oh come on! Oh.
Technically, do you get it? Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. Okay, it's still safe.
It is. It's
for those that know
what that means. Yeah.
It still hurts.
It does.
Oh.
It's heartbreaking even.
Mm-hmm. How could they? Did they not have a focus group? Well, I guess they just really wanted people to know, like, this is it, people. You're not getting another one. just cruel. There we go.
There's a Valandar the Red said there's a meme where a time traveler asks a guy what his favorite show is. The guy says Firefly, and then the time traveler goes, "What season?"
Oh, the fan starts crying tears of joy. Yeah. Oh, that's cute. I like that.
I think what's shocking to me is when I first watched Firefly, I thought they got through the entire first season. So my ex and I binged it. And I think it's only, like 8 episodes or something?
Oops, wrong one.
And we watched all 8. And when I went to go, I was like, oh man, this season has to at least have some sort. The fact that it just drops off there.
Yeah, they didn't even get a chance to try to wrap it up, or maybe they said we can't possibly wrap this up, so we're not gonna try.
When they did, it was so jarring. It was.
Yeah, and they also canceled Orville, but Hulu picked it up. So Orville, if you guys liked Star Wars TNG, The Next Generation.
Yeah, that's actually my fiance and I have been watching the Orville, but I didn't know it got canceled. I didn't.
Yeah, evidently they canceled it, but Hulu picked it up. So they did, I think, 2 seasons. They have been green-lighted for 3, but I want to say, well, April 17th was the last episode of the most recent season. The fact that I know that is sad, but.
Wait,
I want to rewatch it now. I know.
did Joss Whedon do Orville?
Did he?
El Wendell said Joss Whedon got tired of being asked about it being brought back. I don't know if he just means in general or.
Okay, because I know that Seth MacFarlane.
Yeah, I knew Seth. I thought he was the one who created it.
That's
and wrote
what I thought
it
too. But maybe I keep calling him Josh.
Josh Whedon. Yeah.
Joss Whedon. Maybe he was just crying for blood. Bring it back.
And actually, for those of you who have Netflix, because it did get greenlit for a 2nd season, if you like that sort of, it's not a spaghetti western type, but it is sci-fi. You may have already seen it. But there's a series on Netflix called Altered Carbon.
Yes.
And I loved that. I was like, this is kind of giving me the not Firefly vibes, but it's kind of satiating that need.
Yeah, that was a really good sci-fi.
It was. Forewarning, though, very, very gory.
Yeah.
It's extremely rated R.
There's a lot of things that are shocking
yes,
when you watch it, actually.
It is.
Don't watch it with your parents.
Or your parents, or young
your
children.
Definitely not your kids.
Yeah. Or teenagers. Just leave it to 18 plus.
Yeah. And Feral Bacon, the books, I went and I bought the book, the Altered Carbon book, but I don't think I finished it.
Oh, there's books.
Yeah, they're based on. I think they're based on the books. The books came first, like they normally do, and then they made a show. I'm 99% sure, but correct me if I'm wrong.
I might have to go do that then and read them.
Oh, The Expanse. Yes, MPIT 24. The Expanse is excellent. Yeah, Joss Whedon did Firefly. That's true. Oh, interesting, Elwendell. I believe that. Yeah, Cajun. Hide your kids.
Maybe he was being spiteful then with the whole
possibly
wash. But that would be awful. I hope
that would just be nasty. Yeah, that would. Whoa! I don't know where this came from. It's. I'm just gonna blame it on my dog, all the way thousands of miles away. Dog hair.
Well, we did have some hair like a couple of weeks ago. We thought it was from Anne's. Kiri. She brings Kiri up here, which is a nice Shiloh Shepherd. So we assumed that's what it was from.
I love it. Again. No charge for the extra dog hair.
Exactly.
That's just a perk.
There's also another series, and I don't like it as much. It's actually kind of terrible. It's
Why would you recommend
because
it then?
Because it's sci-fi, and I feel like my need for sci-fi is just there's not a whole lot out there that isn't Star Trek.
Okay,
Or
yeah.
like Star Wars, and it's just kind of one of those shows. But anyway, it's on Netflix, and it's called I think it's called First Life.
First Life.
First Life, or First. I think it's First Life. New Life, First Life, something like that.
Huh.
I've watched at this
Real
point
Life
about.
is an anime, but that's
We've watched about 5 episodes, and the writing is pretty horrendous.
Oh man.
But it's still got all of those like Another Life. That's what it is.
Okay.
It's got a lot of those like sci-fi tropes that you expect.
Yes.
That's just really, it's like sci-fi be enjoyable.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
So if you kind of want to watch an almost parody, you'd recommend that?
Yeah, it's an unintentional parody.
Right.
So it's more
Which
like
sometimes are just as fun.
I would say, I don't know. I can't actually compare it to something. It's just bad sci-fi, but enjoyable.
Okay. That can still be a genre. Bad yet enjoyable sci-fi. There it is. Yes, Nosif, I've heard good things about Love, Death, and Robots. Oh, okay. Dust.
And that was kind of my point too, Nerd, is that by the end of the 4th or 5th episode, I was like, if these are people or professionals or anybody that we sent into space for this mission that's this important, we are absolutely screwed. These people act like high schoolers.
Oh,
They are
no.
and the most unprofessional high schoolers on the planet. They're terrible.
You'd think if somebody's going into space to save the world, you need some people that know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Although, what's another thing I've been binge watching? Oh, Great British Baking Show.
Yeah,
I mean, it's called the Great British Bake Off, but
Everyone has been talking about that. Everyone loves that show. I can't get into it.
you can't.
I can't.
Try another season.
Okay, I'll try that because you can watch them individually. So yeah, I might try that.
It's good. I really enjoy it. Although, don't watch it when you're hungry. Then all of a sudden you're, whoa, it's like, hold on, ruined.
Another mole.
Yep, it's more like she got into a knife fight. She has this
Whoops.
crazy thing on her face. She won. You should see the other guy. All right, there we go.
Yes, that's right, Lady War. I thought she looked familiar. She was on Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah.
She was much better on Battlestar Galactica than she is on Another Life.
Really? That's true. I can't believe that BSG hasn't come up. That's right.
Because I've never actually seen more. I've never seen like consecutive episodes.
Okay.
Ever.
Wow.
In my experience.
Mm-hmm. Let's see, what color should her? Oh, you know what? We need to use some other colors from this so we can officially say we've used them all. So you guys can see the little wreath belt that we painted. Again, we won't get to all of the mini, but we wanted to try out the different paints from the holiday set. I'm going to pretend like she has, again, I say poinsettias. Some people say poinsettias, and they would be wrong. No, that's how it's spelled. But I'm just going to paint these as if they are that type of flower in her hair. There we go. That's
when I
kinda
worked
fun.
at Walmart, my old manager called them poinsettias.
Poinsetters? That sounds like a dog
Poinsetters,
breed.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
oh yeah, she breeds poinsetters.
Yeah, we were like poinset, It's like, okay, well.
That's funny.
Also, 15-minute warning.
Oh, perfect. Thank you. Let's see. What have we
Technically
not
13
used?
minutes, but
Okay. Yeah, we'll have time to kind of wrap it up. So we've got a little collarbone. I feel like she reads on the camera a little bit darker than I'm seeing here, but I think that's just me. Maybe my glasses are dirty. What else should we paint? We've got time. So we've used the frosty blue, we've used the Christmas wreath, the holly berry, we've used the golden glow, the peppermint. Let's see. So sparkling snow, this looks like a metallic, huh? Let's find out.
Yeah, let's find out.
And yeah, sibling, perfect, there it is, exclamation point Sophie. This is the Christmas Sophie from 2007. Again, you guys, on Black Friday, they're going to be releasing almost all of the Sophies that they've ever produced on the Reaper website. Yeah, that's a metallic. Cool. Maybe we can do a little bit of that at the very end. Because she does have Actually, it would have been nice to do the metallic on where we did that yellow and gold, but that's okay. Too late now. What do you guys think? Chat? Oh, ginger cookie those wings. Yes, exactly. That's what we're going to do. D. Clearman. Ginger cookie is another color in this holiday set. Boop, boop. My palette looks cool. It looks like we actually know what we're doing, but nah, we're just winging it. We're having fun. We're doing it live. All right, so I'm going to mix some of that turkey brown and brown liner that we used for the base coat for her wings. I'm going to mix a little bit of ginger cookie into that and see what that looks like, if that's enough contrast. Not quite. Let's add some more ginger cookie into it. Again, I'm a messy paint mixer. There you go. Say that 5 times fast. So you'll see on my palette, it doesn't look as clean as a few well palettes. I know Anne uses a well palette. I think a ceramic one, if I remember correctly. Everybody has a little bit of a different approach, things they prefer. And I like using the wet palette. I also live in a very dry climate, so that helps keep the paints workable for a longer period of time. And yeah, there's not a giveaway today. Sorry to disappoint you guys. And thanks. I think she's pretty too. Again, everybody loves Sophie. All right, so I'm going to paint the spines with that mixture.
Also, it helps too that if you guys can remember, because I mean it's not required, but if you do end up getting the paint set or the Sophie because of this episode, you can go ahead and leave us a note in your order. Say, hey, I saw this on Reaper ToolBox, or Mocha made this look awesome, so I wanted it. Leave that in the note, and we like to hear that kind of stuff.
Cool.
So.
That would be fun. All right, so we painted the spines on this wing. And you can tell the difference. Hey, here comes trouble.
Trouble is right.
Ron's in the house. What?
I just got delivered the poster tubes for the concept art ship out. Because
Oh,
I know
how
people have
cool.
been asking. So it's on its way, guys. Soon.
Woohoo!
How's it going in here?
Pretty good. We're painting our Christmas Sophie.
Hello.
And yeah, we've been using, I think, all but one of the colors now. Hearthfire is the only one that we've yet to use. But we've got a couple of minutes left. We wanted to use all of those on this mini. So we're painting her wings right now.
Well, we just want to say thank you again for stopping by and doing this for us.
Oh yeah, of course. Well, thank you for having me.
It's always wonderful to have you here in the studio.
We have fun. Again, the Reaper crew is so kind. So again, a shout out to you guys for letting me kidnap Anne and hijack the Reaper ToolBox Live. Reaper ToolBox live stream. And you guys, it's usually, what is it, Thursdays? Is that right? At 1:30? Are you guys having it Wednesday because it's a holiday tomorrow? Or do I have my dates mixed up?
Oh, for Reaper Live?
Yeah. Oh, no, for Reaper ToolBox.
Reaper ToolBox is usually Wednesdays at 1:30.
Okay, cool.
Usually.
Well, there you go.
And next Wednesday, we were talking about this. I don't know if Anne's going to be here. I don't think she is, but she may still be here. So there will still be a show next Wednesday. It just may be Ed again. I know how much you guys love Ed, so. Or somebody.
We may let her out of the pizza dungeon. We'll see.
We may let Mocha move in, and she'll just...
There you go. I
she'll
just have
live
a
here
little
with us
cot in
now.
the back.
Yeah, we'll give her a cot in the closet next to Anne.
Yeah, there you go. And of course, Elwindle, it's a lot of fun. So hopefully you guys in chat are having a good time. I know I am. And yes, I definitely want all the Sophies. They're just great sculpts. And if you guys are not familiar with Sophie the Succubus, she is the mascot. I guess, can you call her a mascot?
I believe that's what
Yeah.
that Ron actually refers to her as.
Okay,
our
the
mascot.
mascot of Reaper. A lovely lady with these great succubus wings. So it's nice. We went ahead and did some highlighting again on the spines, but we've only got a couple of minutes left, so I want to make sure we use all of the colors in this holiday set. So you can see the difference between just the base coat on this side and then the spines where we added a little bit of that ginger cookie. Now if we had more time, and again I might continue working on her off the stream, you might see her show up on my Twitch stream later because she's a lot of fun to paint, and I want to make sure that we I don't know, get everything painted. Not today, unfortunately. We only have a certain amount of time. But let's see, Hearthfire.
KG says that you move south for the winter.
Yes, I know. I need to be a snowbird. I'll just hang out at Reaper from like end of November to, I don't know, early April, and then I'll go back to Wisconsin.
Also, Sid, there's no sales for Black Friday. It's just the release of the Sophies. So.
Oh, well, thanks. Is it the Minaith? Thank you. You make it look so effortless. I don't know about that, but thank you for the compliment. All right, so here's, what should we paint? I would say her hair, but I don't think we have enough time to do anything with that. What about, okay, so see this little, what would you call, strand of ribbon? Let's put some of this on here, just a little, just a coat, just to see what this color looks like. That's nice. So it really is a yellowish orange that would blend really well with that golden glow that's also in this holiday paint set, I think. So let's put a little bit more golden glow on here and see if we can get, I don't know, some more contrast. There you go. Well, is Al Bevizin? That would be difficult to do because my stream setup is on the other side of the US currently. But it's nice. I'm in town until December 1st. So it's really neat that Reaper allowed me to come in here and have some fun with you guys. Again, I'm a fan of this show. Long time viewer, first time stream crasher. There we go. And then I'm just going to blend in that golden glow. And I have to be really careful here not to overwork the paint. But knowing that we're short on time, I'm going to try to move that around as best I can. There we go. So you can tell that we've got Hearthfire blending into golden glow and then blending back into that really rich Hearthfire, that orange color. It's really pretty. And yes, it is a Sophie. All right, Justin, I know we have just a couple more minutes left. Anything else you think that we should do? We've painted with all of the, oh, I know. We have not painted with all the colors. Well, we have used the darker, the coal black. We've got sparkling snow, and I wanted to use this at the very end because this is a really pretty color. It's a metallic. And I don't know, let's say our chalice is going to be kind of this almost platinum color. Now, I don't like to mix my metallics with my matte paints. Is a general rule of thumb in the same water cup. And the reason is because if you use a metallic paint, those metallic flecks, when you wash off your brush, anything that you now apply, if you wanted to do her hair, for example, we haven't done any highlighting on her hair, we just did blocking out with some of those darker colors. So like if we wanted to highlight, we absolutely could. Turkey brown, I think, would look really nice with that brown liner that we blocked out her hair with. Anyway. But if you do wash off your brush, all of a sudden, everything you paint is going to have a little bit of metallic flecks in it. And you usually don't want metallic flecks, for example, in your hair. Now I'm going to blend a little bit of this, what is it, powdered snow? Hold on, sparkling snow, sorry guys. And I'm going to put a little bit of blue liner underneath. And I'm just going to kind of blend that. There we go. That way there's a little bit more contrast. And you can blend metallics with other colors. For example, I really, again, I know I've mentioned this earlier on the stream, but I really like the Reaper liners. And this with the blue liner, I think looks really nice. Now I'm going to clean that up a little bit. Then I'm going to hold it a little bit closer to the camera once we're done, see if you can get a better view of it. There we are. Cleaning up there. There we go. So you can tell that that's a metallic paint.
Oh, yeah, I see it.
It's sparkling snow. So let's see if I can kind of get her. There we are. So here is just primer. You can tell that's a little bit flatter. And then the chalice there. Cool.
That's awesome.
Well, what do you guys think? That is the holiday paint set. Painting this Christmas Reaper, this Reaper Christmas, whoa, let me try this again. Christmas Sophie 2007. On Black Friday, Reaper's going to be releasing almost all of the Reaper Sophie minis that they've ever produced. And you can find them, again, at reapermini.com on their website. That's for their Black Friday special. And if you want to pick up the holiday paint set that we worked with today, that will be available the first week of December, as we have decided.
Yes. Actually, Ron's right here. Hey, Ron.
Friday. Oh, good. Confirmed.
They're
Confirmed
going to go
Friday.
on sale Black Friday. The holiday paint set.
Okay.
All right, you guys
Holiday
heard it straight from the horse's mouth.
There you go. Frau Blucher.
I may be wrong. Yeah.
Oh, you may be
I
wrong.
may be wrong, but guess what? They're going live on Friday.
There you go.
They're going live on Friday, guys.
It has been spoken.
Yes. So that means pick up your Sophies, your holiday paint, your liners, all this stuff that you see here.
Oh,
Yep, all the
special
things.
announcement. Special first announcement.
Okay.
Rose
Announcement
gold.
one. Rose gold.
The legendary rose gold
Yeah.
goes live on Friday too.
Oh, there you
Oh,
You've heard it
wow,
here.
that's
The legendary
huge.
rose gold paint is going live on Black Friday on the Reaper website.
Yeah. So if you
Cool.
guys want to buy rose gold, it's now available. I didn't even know this. So Friday, rose gold
Surprise! Breaking news.
Just came down from the news wire.
Right.
just came down from the newswire.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So. All
And
right.
yeah, hey, the last ditch. Again, you guys, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you to the Reaper crew for letting me crash the Reaper Toolbox live. For those traveling over the Thanksgiving holiday, please travel safe, and I hope you have a wonderful holiday. Other than that, I hope to see you guys soon. Again, please tune in on Black Friday, reapermini.com. Give them a follow on Twitch if you haven't already, and if you would be so kind, you can also follow me at Mocha_minis on both Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram, and see some of my previous work at mochaminis.com. So
That's
thank you
it.
guys so much.
Thanks, guys. We have a
Yeah.
raid. We're about to go off in here in a second.
Let's do it.
The guy's doing some cool stuff with Legos. So,
Ooh, that's always a good thing.
all right. Say hi
Thanks,
for us, guys. Awesome.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you for stopping by.